or a thought leader or an influencer, the best of female empowerment. And Cool and the Gang's going to promote that. And they're going to share that at their shows, which I just saw one here in Las Vegas. They're performing New Year's Eve here, I believe, as well. And they're super exciting shows. So they're going to get their fans involved with creating their own twin vault amongst these initiatives like female empowerment and equality.
I love that. So well, and you know that I'm very passionate about that. So that was a natural fit. And we see that just throughout our activations with Twin Protocol now, this goal that it's a much bigger movement and revolution of how to use technology. Because I think that there's a lot of issues in the AI space right now regarding people, you know, basically creating problems. Or there are a lot of memes coming out of just like creating solutions and then finding problems, I guess is the way that you say it more. Like, so
most tech development.
Yes, a lot of tech development. So what we're really wanting to do is focus on real business challenges or real opportunities for people to engage differently and communicate with AI in new ways, because that's truly underutilized and undermined in some ways in the space right now. Because we see Twin Protocol as the next revolution in communication. So when we think about how transformative the telephone, mail, the internet was to how we communicated from like a real-time perspective, from a just speed and ability to communicate, Twin Protocol, the AI is very much the next revolution. And this isn't a new concept, but it's certainly one that we're focused on because this is how we help people upskill and utilize AI right away. What would you guys?
Yeah. Well, I would add that AT&T, for example, with the telephone, they've been around for over 100 years and revolutionized that, brought us long distance, laid lines across the oceans in order for people to talk. In that vein, in this new era of communication, human to AI and AI to AI, more powerful than the telephone because your AI now speaks for you at scale, multiple twins of you out there talking for you on your behalf at scale. We're laying the foundation. The Twin Vault, the Twin ID, the blockchain, the agnostic LLM platform called Twin Persona that we have, and of course, making this whole thing fun and simple, like the telephone was, even the rotary, where you pick it up and you call somebody. That's what we're doing. It's at that level. And we're thinking about it from that perspective to really help the 8 billion people on Earth talk through their AIs to other humans and other AIs.
In any language.
In any language.
So that's like that's where this communication is just next level from a capabilities perspective, which we did get a question from the audience, which is how do we know that this is not your digital twins? Which our digital twins will definitely make appearances on these weekly updates because we want to show you the goods, and we both do a lot with our AI twins. We're constantly utilizing our technology to test, and you will always know that it's our digital twins though, because that's the huge part of the Twin ID that Bill is referencing. This idea that it should be verified, there should be a watermark or some indication. So saying Stacey's Engle's AI twin, we always have that shown. And we can talk about that a little more, Bill, because this whole compliance and this idea that it's important for people to know what is real and what's not. And that education process is near and dear to how we're building the tech.
Yeah, it's a good point. We believe that people are not going to want to train their twin over and over and over again, like we do in Web 2. We have data here, we have data there, we have data everywhere. So we just don't believe people are going to want to do that. That's what the Twin Vault will do with you. Now, partnerships we talked about the Angel Twin partnership. One we'll be talking about coming weeks is the Sentience partnership. Sentience, which is part of the Soviaverse family of companies, has sign-on with Sentience, which allows their technology to log into Web 2 and Web 3 apps, extract the data that people own, and put it into the Twin Vault. So this Twin Vault is not going to just be, hey, let's upload some documents to Twin, or let's scan your social and see what you're doing there. Or even just, I went to a Cool in the Gang concert, I asked cool questions. I asked Deepak Chopra questions. It's going to be the sites you log into. and it's going to bring that data back to you. So it's really important that in this era of data ownership, which we're keeping fun and simple, because who really wants to know about blockchain and everything else, or tokens for that matter, although they're the behind the scenes on pretty much every transaction we do. The Twin Vault is your everywhere, everything your twin. The Twin ID is security layers built on top of that we expect to be the blue check mark for Twin, no matter if your twin is contacting your uncle and asking for something, or your boss or whatever. So our Twin Vault and Twin ID is the Twin protocol. That's the power of what we're doing. The Twin token powers all those transactions behind the scenes.
Love that, Bill. And thinking of the protocol as a true protocol. So this is the infrastructure that can fuel a lot of different partners. Our goal is to really amplify and illuminate other projects, other brands, and doing that through the technology. So you'll see a lot of implementations that could say powered by Twin Protocol or using our tech, which is important because we're building an ecosystem. And what you're talking about is this vision of being that blue check mark or that verification, like thinking about, and I think we're very much at this phase, millennial. I'm a geriatric millennial, technically. I guess that's what they call me. But I remember a lot of hesitance around, putting your credit card in the internet. That's basically where we are in some ways with AI, right? Like, how do I trust any of this? I'm not sure I want to use AI with my data, or I'm uncertain. So now I just feel a lot of fear with that. So what are your thoughts with that? I think about that analogy quite often because every day I'm talking with people who have varying levels of comfort and trust with AI.
Well, Stacey, first of all, you answer a lot of these questions and bring this up in your AMAs. You did a wonderful AMA on your own last week, and that was fantastic. Got great results. Tons of people on. And we have this media for people to check in and watch and so forth. So just in this, pretty much unfortunately in this era of the world, it's FOMO is everywhere. And it's fear is constant, right? Black swans every day. We have this election, that election, this war, that war. And people just don't understand one another. So basically what is important to note about Twin is that it's going to help you easily get into AI and take advantage of it. Everybody would have gone back and started a bookstore in 1997 knowing what they know now on the internet. Twin is going to allow people to take advantage of this economy, which is $15 trillion. It's like a tremendous, the internet, I found a stat yesterday. The internet in the early 2000s, over 6 years, delivered $1.2 trillion of new productivity to the world. AI in 6 years between now and 2030 is delivering 15 trillion. And that was 2024 dollars. So comparatively, you've got a 14x productivity. Let's take advantage of it. We're helping people take advantage. The fear is there. And we need to work with that, and of course our avatars. So the question to start with: what is that your avatar talking for us? And no, it's us. But we do have photorealistic avatars. We have more 2D avatars. We could even and are talking about humanoid robots is where we're going because your vault can be anywhere. So these are all new things. And the movie The Internship is one of my favorite. Vince Vaughn says, "Hey, it's scary because it's new," and that's where we're at. We're going to help guide people through that and get through that. So they have JOMO, as Deepak Chopra says, the joy of missing out instead of the fear of missing out. They're not going to miss out on anything. They're going to have joy in that fear.
I love that. I love that reframe. And this idea, like both of our careers, we've been involved in human capital, leadership, helping people reach their human potential in multiple capacities. And I mean, that's really what this is about. So
yeah, well, that being said, Stacey, could you talk a little bit about, the behind the scenes, maybe not mentioning too many names, but we just started a partnership out of Qatar and we've been in Dubai a lot. And there's newsletters that we're powering now for human resources. And that's a lot about your background. We haven't even released this, so maybe to keep it general, do you want to tell the users about what people are doing there?
Yeah, I mean, it's super powerful. We talk a lot about this entrepreneurial with your own knowledge, but we also have implementations enterprise-wide, which we have a lot of experience in regarding helping employees and cultures thrive and just have happier workforces. And that's a big focus of a lot of organizations because there's been a lot thrown at in the last 5 years with the rapid work changes. So what we're doing is essentially partnering with human resource people teams to enable AI twins to really be resources for employees, especially during change. So doing a lot of initiatives with change management and culture development, people will have 24/7 access to individuals. So we're creating AI twins of C-level organization or C-level leaders and organizations inside. So for instance, when there's a huge implementation happening in your company, it can feel very, very uncomfortable. And you can go to these AI twins of these leaders who are constantly going to be monitoring their twins to ask them any questions, and in multiple languages. So you can use your native language if you're working at a multinational or a global. So that's very exciting from like a scaling. We're launching some newsletters with individuals inside of those organizations and going to get results. And it's part of a much bigger piece around really looking at how do you create more engagement in the workforce, have rewards. I mean, if we think a lot about traditional reward systems inside of organizations, they're ripe for disruption, I guess is is the easy way to say it, right? A lot of them, I mean, some people still use, which love to you because I know some of some of these clients that we worked with together, but still use the catalogs or things at anniversaries to choose a gift or something, which still, I mean, those can be effective. And there are a lot more things that people crave regarding the lives and work styles and goals that they have. And most people, especially as you look at the millennials and Gen Z coming into the workforce, they're really wanting to learn and grow their knowledge and create basically their careers. So it's a very exciting initiative. What would you add? Because
I mean,
there's so many things there.
Yeah, this is going to be a way for people to work while they're sleeping. I'll just like summarize it at that. I did want to state, because you made me think about the Twin token, which we're obviously very excited is now on Uniswap and launched and powering every transaction that we're doing. Every time there's a prompt, there's a blockchain transaction. Now, we launched on Ethereum, but we also are using Polygon Matic behind the scenes to power the blockchain transactions. So you can imagine, as newsletters go out to 60,000 employees and people start asking the human resource department questions, if they ask one question a day, that'd be 60,000 blockchain transactions. We're super focused on making this fun and simple for the Web 2 world to use blockchain, which I was an enterprise blockchain guy before I even learned about crypto in 2020. I had a blockchain patent and started in 2017. So we're going to bring the world into blockchain transactions, immutable, borderless, permissionless. You own your data. We're powering that. Twin token powers that. So every time we talk about this at scale AI stuff, the blockchain owning your own data, creating your own vault, creating your ID is being powered by that Twin token. So I just wanted to add that as kind of an aside, but I thought that was important. I know we get questions about that. So when you do,
a lot of questions about that.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, if you wanted to add
we got a question yesterday after the Angel Twin announcement. We got quite a few in our communities regarding how the Twin token is utilized and how it can be, and if it's only one or two implementations. And really, it's critical to know that it's in everything. So when you see announcements coming out from us regarding partnerships or utilization of the protocol, that means that the blockchain's being utilized, the blockchain infrastructure, the tokens being utilized. So if you're a part of this in any way, then you're going to see that value creation being made.
Yeah, we'd love to have billions of people on the platform with one transaction a day. That would be billions of tokens a day, because we're a 1 billion token project and we understand that your brain is valuable and over time it's going to gain value. So we want to keep that pace with where the market is going, where the macro economy is going. It's a very exciting proposition. We're just at the beginning. We're seeding all these projects, whether it be entertainers, worldwide human resources, health and wellness, well-being with top influencers in the world. It's all really coming together. And many thanks to our team, Stacey. I just want to give a shout out. Our team works tirelessly, and they're around the world. London, Doha, Toronto, all over. Fantastic team. I got to give credit to them.
Absolutely. We represent a lot of amazing people who are best in class in their fields, who have come to Twin because they see not just the vision and their alignment personally, but how their subsequent industries and or disciplines are going to be absolutely disrupted. And I say that word in a really good context. I don't say that in a fear. I know that brings up fear for some people, but I mean it more as completely revolutionized, game changing, right? Like people from gaming, people from enterprise, people that are very entrepreneurial, they see the impacts and want to get on board. So yeah, I'm just constantly inspired by many of their ideas and the hard work that they put in behind the scenes. And because we have a global team, we're literally running 24/7.
Yeah. So that makes it seem like, do you have enough people to handle this? Well, this is a good opportunity. So later on today, I'm speaking at the Tokenize conference here in Las Vegas. It's put on by Michael Turpin, who's been in crypto with initial investor in Ethereum. And it's fun. It's a fun conference because he bought both of Mike Tyson's old mansions here in Vegas. So the one that was in the Hangover is where he's having the conference. And it's quite a spectacle. Versace lions that are life size, and a painting up on the second story of everybody Mike Tyson beat. So it'll be fun. But what we're doing there is, and what we're our tokens launched, right? And we're doing great with revenue and prospects. What I'm calling for at that conference is, can you partner with us? Can we bring the Twin Vault, Twin ID, Twin Token to you, so you can enable your whole ecosystem to create their own twin? Now, for those of you watching it, this applies to you. Like, there's no reason that somebody couldn't say, hey, I'm going to lock down the Philippines, and what can I do? Train me on how to use a Twin ID. I think we could do this for virtual assistants, which we're already doing. I guess I'm kind of subliminally putting it out there.
Shout out to our team in the Philippines.
Yeah. But anybody watching this, you could be our partner. Like, we have a tremendous, somebody just referred us two of the most, probably top 10 historical site in the world that will have its own twin, and probably one of the top 10 events in the world that will have its own twin. And they just introduced that to us. They're going to help manage the onboarding process, and they're going to get a referral award for that. So anybody watching this, we're all a team here. You can be part of this. You can grow a market, a micro niche, a location. You can start a twin. We have twins being started. We have Las Vegas virtual influencers being started by people that would tell people who are coming here, here's where you go if you want to see a good sports venue. So anybody on this call can do this, Stacey. And right now we're curating twins. I'd love for you to go into this. We're curating twins for people. Self-service twins are coming. But if you have a great idea, then we'll seed that with you.
Yeah, because we're very much an agency hands-on approach right now, just because we do have users, we have paying clients, and we're driving revenue because this is a business. So we're doing that first. But the vision is really for every person to be able to sign up, start, and people are going to very quickly be able to create a version of like what you and I produce for our avatar, with our avatars for newsletters. So content. So the first phase will very much be you being able to create some of your virtual presence and get that started with your Twin ID and Twin Vault. So that is coming soon. I know everyone says, well, when's the date? When's the date? And as leaders, we always want to make sure we set good expectations. So that date is coming soon, and so is the release. So that is
a lot of great
exciting.
things going on.
And to add, Michael Turpin is an advisor to Twin, and he's been really amazing with his team. So we're very grateful for that as well. If anyone who's live with us or watches the recording is part, thank you for the efforts there. Bill did mention, go on, Bill.
No, I was just going to say, Singularity Net, Dr. Ben Gertzel, Michael Turpin. There's so many powerful people that are part of our advisory team that are getting the word out. You'll see more and hear more from them because we'll bring them on the show, right, Stacey? That's the plan?
We will.
Okay.
Yep. The goal is we'll bring them on. We'll hear their expertise, what they're bringing, because I know each person has taught you and me things about their space. And that's why we really love the idea of we're lighting up their AI twins as well. So you can learn from them from the show, which eventually will spin into an AI twin. So you can just get recommendations for what you should watch or not watch. But then also making sure that the expertise that we have access to, we can share with the world, which is really fulfilling our vision.
I 100% agree. I just want to give a shout out to the team at Node Market. You know, they've been supportive of us for the whole time. Big thinkers over there, long-term thinkers. You know, you said we're driving revenue. To me, often what I see with projects is Web3 means web free. Like nobody ever charges anything or releases anything. And Web3 for us is driving revenue. So the team at Node Market, Nick and all those people over there, since we're mentioning advisors, I just want to mention that they have been long-term thinkers and really brought some great ideas to us as well.
I agree. And I just going back, we can switch gears. There are a few other questions that we can address in the last 15 minutes. You had mentioned just travel, and I do want you to talk a little more around what you're doing at Tokenize this week, because you do have a presentation tonight as well. If people are in the Las Vegas area, you'll be sharing more around Twin Protocol.
Yeah. Also, just to put a bug in your ear, if you're going to be in Las Vegas for the F1 or you'd like to come on November 21st at the same location that Mike Tyson, now Mike Turpin, house owned by Mike, you can show up at that. So November 21st in Las Vegas, we're going to be at an event. And of course, we'll be at the Angel Twin Diwali. Well, it's a Diwali party put on by Angel AI and Pavan Agarwal. We'll be there in Puerto Rico as well. So if you're down there, we'd love to see you at that. We have a host of events. With this Angel Twin partnership, we're launching I should say that the group is launching Angel Twin experiences that span from Davos to CES and the Diwali party and things like that. So Tokenize is, I'm going to be there with leaders of Web3. And I'm really feeling that these aren't web free. These are Web3 leaders who get where we need to go to bring the world into blockchain. So we'll be there presenting today. I'll be talking about our new partnerships. I'll be talking about the token launch. I'll be showing the technology, and I'm really excited to get feedback from that group. Again, working to enlist them to be part of it.
Yeah, I love that. And I'm very excited for all of these events. And at the beginning, you had mentioned that I had personal news. So for anyone who didn't know that, because I won't physically be there, although my twin will be making some appearances in the next few months. And so, and on, because I am pregnant with my second child, we're very excited. The baby's due in December. So just that use case alone, too, for twin, we've been talking a lot about the doula or postpartum. I'm really passionate about supporting women and particularly working women. It is a juggle, but any life stage, like once you have a baby, you're searching on the web and for any information at any time. And I'm really excited about creating that support through an AI twin. So it's kind of dual. My AI twin can work some for me on my behalf with our team, as well as just being at some of these events when I physically cannot be. And then also the long tail of supporting parents, and you're a parent, Bill.
Yeah.
And
I am. I'm a proud parent of it. I mean, you said geriatric millennial. I'm just geriatric. I got a 25-year-old. But as I always say in some places, her initials are AI, Alexia Inman. That wasn't planned, but I think it's kind of a fun fact. So about you, Stacey. So you're the CEO of Twin Protocol, but you're also an expecting mother and a mom today. I know you've been tracking that journey of this particular pregnancy, and you're making a twin for that. And that's just one of your personas. You have your entrepreneurial side, you have your giving and your philanthropy side, you have your mom side, and you're training that twin on your experience of being a businesswoman who is one of the 3% of women in AI, who also was 7 months pregnant in Singapore at Token 2049 on the stage, let alone being a woman, expecting mom as well. So that's tremendous. So I think that you training your twin is indicative of what anybody could do here with an experience like that.
Exactly. And Bill, I'm just really lucky to have you as a business partner and all of the support. And that's what we talk about a lot with initiatives that I'm a part of helping women just getting to spaces and really challenge the status quo of what is possible for everyone and like the mindset there. And having a partner like you through all of that has been very meaningful. And yes, so thank you for that.
Hey,
And for
well,
men like you, it's needed from in the world, because we can do a lot and really transform models of how we think about what our limitations are as humans and how we can augment that.
maybe this is a closing subject because it's so big, and maybe it's thoughts for
Yeah.
next time. But no, thank you. You're a tremendous partner. So glad we met 3 years ago in a totally different context, and then grew to this.
Totally.
We're training LLMs today, which will eventually evolve to become artificial general intelligence. Of course, neural nets and neural symbolic AI will basically layer on top of that. So will computer vision and quantum and everything. But we're mainly training it with a male Western mindset. So if we don't, I was raised by a single mom, so it's important to me. I have one daughter and no other kids. If we don't train LLMs with the empathy and emotion of females, then we're going to create a straight up male LLM and AGI. That's what its focus is going to be. So it's a responsibility to do this. Twin is doing this because we're aggregating the training data of the world, and we will offer that up and allow people to earn as part of an AGI on that.
I love that. And you throw out so many juicy terms like computer vision and neural symbolic. And I think we should dive into those as these updates continue with our experts, and completely agree this building of inclusion and really the human experience, because that's something across the board. The top AI scientists in the world agree that there are things that make the human experience completely unique and amazing, and honing the different stages. Their AI is a tool. It's going to continue to evolve and can evolve to be a lot of different things and manifestations. And what makes us uniquely human is what you're talking about, these different perspectives, our lives, and yeah, having families, having babies. Yeah, there's so much there. So I do want to take the last 10 minutes to answer a few other questions. And one of them is regarding how you start to create a twin. Like, just from a
Yeah.
basic perspective, it's like, well, what does this even look like or mean? Do you want to take that one, Bill?
Yeah, I'll take that one, and then you'll have a lot to add. So right now, we are curating twins on behalf of influencers and subject matter experts and CEOs. And if you have a good idea, we'll listen to it. We're even curating twins on behalf of buildings. So it doesn't have to be just a person. Even AI influencers that are starting from scratch. So what I recommend is go to Twin Protocol, sign up, buy some twin tokens, which you can do. There's a button that'll take you to Uniswap. You'll buy tokens. You can then move those tokens over to twin points, which will in tandem with the twin token, will allow you to build your twin as we roll that out. What's called self-service or self-twins. But now, go and ask twins about themselves and learn a little bit about how you can use a twin. Because you're going to be up soon. I'm talking to listeners. You're going to be up soon to create your own twin, and you want to have your training data ready. Most people in the world don't have any training data. They could be a Fortune 500 CEO, but never really talked about themselves in a diary or anything. You have to have that. If you don't train your AI, and your AI is going to speak to hundreds of people in a day for you, who's going to train it? So I would say the prep work starts with going to log into Twin, see other twins, and then start to gather your own training data. I'll hand off to you, Stacey, because I know you have a lot more to add.
Yeah, well, I love that, because that's the easiest place to start. And also, we do have some videos that are going to be coming out to show the process that Bill just shared, because I know some people and a lot of our users actually don't have any experience with Web3. So that's one route with the tokens. You also will fuel the platform even if you use your credit card. There are easy on ramps of just using what you're used to. So don't let that get in your way of joining and having your account. And you get some free questions every day if you're not willing to go the next step yet. So start that out. What I would add is that the goal is, once self-serve happens, there'll be more to do for your training. So meaning when we start to launch more features, and we'll help walk through what that means, because then you'll be submitting the image that you want to use, and you'll be doing a voice sample and some of the things that enable the AI twins that you see today to happen. But what Bill, I completely agree and would emphasize that it's really your training data, which will happen automatically when you have those conversations. And then if you do have published blogs, your social profile, so any social media posts, like content that you're passionate about, curating that some and putting it in a folder so that you have that is another way to prepare for your AI twin getting started in the very near
Yeah.
future.
When you sign up the that's really good stuff, and so get ready. When you sign up for Twin, you'll go inside. You can add Twin tokens. You can buy Twin tokens. Go to Uniswap, buy the tokens. You can then convert those to points. Blockchain transactions are happening even with points, powered by the Twin token behind the scenes. But we needed to move to a low gas solution from Ethereum to power those. By the way, we're chain agnostic, so you're going to see Twin points come together to operate from multiple sides. But you can now, if you have 2,500 tokens in your vault, then you'll be able to get premium service as one of our launch partner twins. You'll be able to attend webinars that we do that give you tips on what to do. We'll take your help and feedback on a real-time basis. So I would say as well, go get your twin tokens, then put those in your wallet, and then make sure you reserve your twin so you could be first and in the premier group that gets this hands-on training.
Yeah, we're very excited. We talk with people every day who are wanting to get started, and that's how you get started. So great question. And we have about 5 minutes. So anyone who has other questions, if you put them in the stream, then we'll get those. One of the other questions was about our top priorities as a company, which I think I'm just going to highlight again that we've been talking about here. A top priority is enabling this technology for anyone. Because right now, when you see our news, you'll see a lot of celebrities, thought leaders, business leaders, which we're always going to serve them because there are very specific purposes that can really help huge amounts of communities. But that's a big priority for us as a team. This idea of enabling and allowing you to be able to have an AI twin very soon. What else would you add as our priorities?
We're super focused on token utility. The twin token is a utility token. It's going to power your twin. You will be paid in twin token as people ask your twin questions. You're the best kite flyer in the world. You want to tell people how not to get their string tangled up. 1 million people want to ask you about that. You'll be paid in twin token for that. So really, we're driving twin token utility, and this happens through the partnerships as well. Our SDK is getting more and more mature every day, so partners can build on their own. We've had partners build on it and without even our help. Our APIs are getting more mature every day. That behind the scenes, when there's a prompt response token transaction, when we do an analysis, that the twin token's in play. So even through the SDK, the API, the use. So we're really, when we talk about partnerships, we're talking about utility. And where does that all come down to? The twin vault. You ask Deepak Chopra a question, twin vault. You ask an angel twin Coolinagang a question, twin vault. Somebody asks your twin a question, goes to the twin vault. People are building brains around this. We're focused on the utility around that, driven by the twin token.
Absolutely. And then third, I would just add that what you're alluding to with the API and SDK and partnership growth is very much your AI twin being able to live anywhere. So that's been a vision has been a priority from the beginning, will continue to be. But this idea that your twin, once you train it, we're going to start releasing, okay, well, it can be on your Telegram. It could be in a social channel. It could be in Slack. So it's enabling those applications. It's a huge priority because that's what creates just use of your twin on an everyday basis. And Bill and I talk about this all the time because there's so many, when going back to the communication, there are so many messengers that all of us are a part of at any given time. Like that alone as a lot of opportunity for how our AI twins can help us just be less distracted by how many outputs we do every single day into different mediums. So that's a big priority for us of just application. So that's where I add to the SDK API for non-technical people, meaning where can your AI twin live?
One of the best things we did at the outset is we used the moniker, we're making AI fun and simple. Where is it? Where else is AI fun and simple? Sure, you can go on and take, there's TikTok things you could do to build a twin. And by the way, people go, oh, I've seen this before. It's an avatar. No, we probably have contracted with the company that built the avatar because that's a UI for us, right? But what's really important for us is the protocol on the back end. It's very different. But we're making AI fun and simple through these interfaces. Like you can create your own micro influencer twin, and you can put that out on Instagram. And we have media technology, which is part of your twin journey, to help you do that. So making AI fun and simple in blockchain, for that matter, is
Yeah.
really a key tenet of what we're doing.
Which does answer another question that came through, which was, are you concerned that another project or company with more innovative technology might replace yours someday?
You know what? Let's just roll up the carpet. And can you shut this down? I mean, so we have a tremendous team. We really understand technology. Remember that we're integrated with, networked with, and Ben Gertzel is part of the team. We're leveraging and integrating the Singularity Net AI technology. World leaders. Like you're going to see the Ben Gertzel's twin come out very soon with the SNet proprietary technology. And we're very excited to be working with most of the projects in the Singularity Net ecosystem to give them a personal decentralized AI use case. So we're good there. Like we're with them. We've already shown that we can bring in talented world leaders, and also mid-sized company CEOs are using us. So we understand the business side. We started in blockchain before we even knew crypto. We've been in AI for years. We've built businesses from zero to billions of dollars from idea phase. So we love competition. We think that's wonderful. This is a blue ocean greenfield area of AI to AI communication, and it's a $15 trillion industry. So even if we only get 1/15 of that, I'll be happy.
Agreed. And then the ecosystem approach, because oftentimes we get sent avatar companies that are creating digital versions of people or holograms, some meeting tools. And at the end of the day, our goal is for most of those companies to be utilizing Twin Protocol because it is the Twin ID, the Twin Vault, what we've been talking about throughout this session. So it's that mixed with the superpower of the fact that we really want to be enabling and empowering you with your data to use all of these new innovative technologies. So I think those combined are just kind of our secret special sauce as
Yeah.
a team and company.
The Web3 model of ecosystem and community applies here. So this ecosystem you talk about is growing every day. And some of these
Yep.
people have reaches into the tens of millions of followers. And through their influence and by stewarding them and helping them and respecting them and making sure we're taking care of their AI, which we do meticulously. We have clients that we work with on the back end now. We have full-on dev teams to make sure that everything goes well for them. And we're expanding with them for new data inputs. So this ecosystem is going to take us there. And we feel really excited about that.
Excited, honored, all of the things. So we're at time. This was great conversation. Thank you. And tomorrow in the US is Halloween. So we did talk about how this could have been a spooky one. I actually was thinking our AI twins could have little costumes if you were at some point, maybe next year, to the tech team. But no one asked this, but I'll ask this. Are you gonna dress up tomorrow? Or what are you being for Halloween?
You know, Holly, who's involved with us, my fiance, we dress up every year. It's kind of silly,
Yeah.
but we're both, we both have 20-something-year-old daughters, so we've done it for a long time with them. This year she's an aviator and I'm a military personnel. Last year was F1 drivers, so we're still. For people are gonna be like, that guy's a dork, and you're right, I am. So we're doing that.
People ask us questions personally, so I feel like this updates can also, when we're hosting, we can share a little bit about ourselves. And my son, he's 3 and we're very excited. Well, I'm very excited. I should say that if my husband watches this, he'll be like, he's kind of Halloween resistant, but he's become very on board with family costumes that really excite our son. So this year we're being the Incredibles. So I'm going to be Elastigirl, which we're pretty excited about that. So anyway, if you're from the US or celebrate Halloween, because obviously Bill and I are into it, just let us know what you're going to be. We want to hear your questions about Twin. We want to hear things about you personally. We can't ask everyone's AI twins yet, but over time we will be able to ask some of these questions and play and brainstorm, which is fun to think about as well.
I will also state for our friends in the East, Happy Diwali. We're going to be present at the Diwali party in Puerto Rico as well, which is happening now. So, and our twins, Stacey, speak Hindi, so we can actually kind of communicate with people who only speak Hindi, if you will. So, all right, so that's
this is a wrap. So thank you.
Yep.
We covered a lot of territory, and we'll be back next week. So have a great week, and you know where to find us, and we'll post all the links accordingly. So have a great rest of your week. Thanks, Bill.
Thank you.